from you guys. First one is this. Yeah, this is your PNL format as per you, and there is another one which is this format, which was sent by the GM. Yeah. So as we discussed that we'll start with this format, and I'll explain you how to set up the user-defined report. See, in user-defined report, actually you're setting up this part, that in which sequence the columns and the rows should come. Sorry, the rows should come, and in those rows, what all the setup that you need to do, whether it needs to have the GL code, it should have the summation, it should have the percentage, it should have any other formula, right?
Yes.
This part is a common part for all formats where there is a typical PNL format which comes with the month to date compared with budgets, actually with budgets, then year to date, actually with budgets, so on. So this part will come automatically based on what all you selected there, right? So I'll go back to the system. In the application, this setup should be done at the chain level. I suggest chain level. Why? Because in case in future, if you go with a multi-property, maybe there's another pyramid opened, and you say that okay, fine, we'll have a consolidate back office, and this is here only we'll add one more property and we'll use it. So in that case, you don't have to do all the chart of accounts again. You don't have to do all the user-defined report again. Because you created the chain level, as soon as you add that property, these reports will automatically be available. So that is why it is suggested always to have these things to be done in the chain level. So your chain is PHRM, right? So we'll go with PHRM. And this user-defined report is a GL user-defined report. So we'll go to the accounting, we'll go to the general ledger. You will see something called as user-defined report setup, right?
From where is it?
From the general ledger, I'll go back again. I'll go to the home, then I go to accounting. Under accounting, I went to general ledger, then user-defined ledger, right? Now you see here, here's the place where we create all the reports. I can see there are some of the rows which has been created. Maybe this is something when Kamath must have given some training at that time. He must have created at that time. Okay. This you can delete it because he must have created as per just to show you how to create that and all these things. So I'm going to create a new one. This will delete it later. I'm going to create a separate one, and as per you want me to show you the training based on this format.
Yes.
Take an example. Now you say this is a profit and loss statement. I feel that again, I think this is a summary P&L.
Yes, this.
Right. So what I'll do, I'll click on add and I'll create a new report here. So this buttons are to create the new report, save the report, delete the report, print the report, and all these things. Right. And this add row and delete row is to adding and deleting the rows here inside the report, like this line, this line, this line, this line, right? Now, when I'm creating a new report, as we say that we'll make it as a summary PNL. We'll change the name later, but report ID, I can fix it. Suppose S, P, and L. Yeah, suppose this is the code I've taken, S, P, and L. And we take it up as a summary PNL. Same I put as a remarks. Remarks people can put little more like what all the different details are there, maybe what this report is for, right? If it is a top sheet, then you should select this as a top sheet. What is top sheet is some of the places what people do, what people do, they create this separate department wise as a separate report. Then they create the summary PNL as a top sheet report.
Yes.
Okay, that we will tell you when you will create a top sheet, but currently you are in a hurry to create a summary now. So I'm creating that as a normal report right now. Otherwise, what top sheet does, if you create all the department wise PNL, and when you make a top sheet, you can say that this total from that report, this total from that report. So you don't have to, you can say link the GL codes again in the summary report. So that is the reason. But right now here in this, I'm linking and I'm just showing it to you. Then this always, there are different type of reports. All the PNL format we keep under financial statement. Financial statement is my PNL format.
Exactly.
Then there's something called a statutory report. Statutory report contains all the balance sheet type of formats. Right. So when you create your own balance sheet, then can be created under the statutory. Apart from that, we have a trial balance format as well. So these are the three different type of format or three different type of reports you can create, right? By default, I'm taking the sequence by the line number. So now I can start adding the procedure. Now you see here, if I save, please enter, that means it is saying that now you should start. Okay. If you wish, I can hide this because maybe my screen will go bigger, then it will be easy. Now you see, I hide that so that now the full setup screen is in front of you. Now we have to take very easy one by one each of this and we need to take it. Take an example. First line is what? Revenue. So just take this and say my first line narration will be revenue.
Okay.
Now this revenue is not that where you are linking the JS code. It's just a heading.
Just a heading. Yeah.
Right? Heading means it is a remark.
Yes.
So RE, that's right. When you say RE means remark.
Can you, where can I find that?
I'll explain this.
So, where can I find the abbreviation of the E?
I'll explain that as well. First of all, other thing that you were asking, no, manuals. Manuals I'll send to you, no worries. The same manual which I'll send to you, it's all there in the system itself. So take an example. When you are making a report, you say, "Arey, what is RE? Can I know what are these things?" You have something called as help. Click on help. It will take you to the help of the same screen where you are working for. You are working in a user-defined report. You see, it directly take you to the user-defined report setup. Now it is telling you how you create, what are the things you do. Then you say that when you are creating, how you will pull out the report, how to set up that, click on add, then put the details. The same way I explained to you, right? Then when you see, it is showing you to what all these three reports, which I explained just now. Then when you add, it will ask what is the narration, then the line type. When the line type has come, you see, I have explained to you line type is GL, AG, RE, and all these things from in, right? Now it is explaining what is GL, what is RE, what is ST. So all these things are already there in the system itself. Because these are the things only I'm going to tell you. Still, if you feel that, okay, fine, okay, something I missed, no worries. While you're doing it at that time itself, whichever screen you open, you go to help, it will take you to the help of it. It's not only in this, it is in any of this. And if you're creating a JV, then you forgot, yeah, what is this particular field is used for? Yeah, let me go to the help and find. We can be able to check it. So I'll go to RE because it's just a remark, nothing else. Then you see there's a sequence number we used to keep. Normally, when I'm making this report, definitely I'm going with a sequence number, right? But sequence is something that, okay, any point of time, if I wish to see this rooms below this, then if I'll go and change the sequence number there, no, in my report, the sequence can change as per that, right? But normally, when you have these things set in the mind, it's very rarely you will change it. Right. Still, what I always suggest, whenever you create all the line, so every line will be having a sequence number which you are giving it there. I suggest always give 10 gap. Like suppose when it is 10, make it as 20, make it as 30. Why I'm saying like that? Because sequence can go till 9999. No worries, you have so many lines to get added. So if you give 10, in case in between, if you wish to add some more line, you can be able to add. Yeah. So keep that much space so that it will be easy. So suppose this rooms, I'm making the print sequence number is 10. Right? Print percentage line number is what? That is something I'll explain you after some time. Because if I'll explain you now, you'll not come to know. So when I'll show you the summation part, then I'll tell you what is the use of percentage line. Okay. Whether you want to print this line or no, so take that. So as I said, no, that maybe you wish to keep the service charge, but you don't want to print the next line. You want to add the room with service charge and then you show total. But service charge line you don't want to print. So that's where you have an option whether you want to print that line or you don't want to print. Maybe you are keeping this line only to do a calculation. Right. Right. Print sign, if it is plus and minus, you wish to do that. Show decimal, if you say show decimal, then only it goes to decimal, otherwise it will automatically round off. And line number. So line number also you can keep the same.
What is the line number?
Line number, because some places, no, people used to keep the sequence separately, line number separately. So you can say that how, in what sequence my report should show, either by the sequence or by the line number. So you can have two different types. Yeah, rest other is not required as of now for financial statement. Suppose I'm saving it. This is how we create the
Heading.
I just created only one line,
Yes.
but I'm just going to show it to you how it will look like. So take an example. I'm going to the property and I'm going to the user defined report. Now, if you say that if I go to user defined report financial statement, I can see those reports. Now you see, this is something which Kamath created as in the previous training. This is the one that we created. And I don't know which month you have posting. Maybe suppose I'll take October. I'll say that show with comma. Right now, nothing will be there, but only the thing I just wanted to show that this is how it will start showing you as soon as you start adding the lines in the system. So now you see here the PNL. Here we can add the logos and all these things. You wish to put the lining and all. You've seen that I have shown you some of the formats from my system as well. Correct. So we can design a little more on the format part if you wish. Like suppose you see here, this is something is a default format where it will show you when you start adding up, no, it will start showing you month-wise actual budget last year according to the percentage, then year to date actual budget last year and so on. In your GM's report, you have he asked for budget for
Budget and forecast also.
yes. So you have an option in the system where you can you can upload the budgets and forecast. That also I will name to you. Right. So this is how you will be able to
So, right,
use that.
let's get the this report first again. Then we will try by ourselves to do.
Why not? That's why I'm saying.
And so on. So user define will be two reports.
Exactly, exactly. I'm saying that you create if you have three different formats, create it is something which is free to use, right?
Yeah.
As many number of reports you want to create, you can create.
All right.
Maybe there is a format that you created that which you have to submit to your head office. But there are some of the format you wanted to keep it for you.
Yeah.
Because maybe that with that format it will be easy for you to understand. Maybe that is something which is not required there, but I wish to create. You can create that.
Can we edit the one more? This one?
I will add some more.
Don't
worry.
How it will link? Automatically it will link?
No, it will not link automatically. That is why only I will ask you guys to link it. So now next part is, okay, I'm going back again to the chain level. Always, again, I'm repeating, create in chain level. It is good always that you want me to delete this? I don't think so. You'll be using this, right?
Yeah, delete it.
Okay, delete is not enabled. So I will delete it later. I am using it meanwhile. Okay, summary PNL, I'm coming back again and I'll hide this. Now, if you go further, now you wanted to show the next line as a room revenue. No, sorry, next line maybe.
The dot.
You wanted to come as a blank line here also, blank line.
Yeah.
Okay, so take an example. Suppose you wish to have a blank line. Very easy. Just go add, leave this line as blank, make it as RE. That's it. So it's a blank line that you are adding. Right?
No need to click.
No, nothing. No print. Print you need to make, no, because you wanted to print this blank line. These things, if you don't tick, no worries, because it is not a values, right? Right. Then after that, what is the third line? Third line you're showing rooms. Okay. So then I'll make it as rooms. Now this itself is a remarks only. Correct?
So the cell which we are working currently, it will come always stop, right?
Because you are adding it up, no? When you are adding it up, one by one it will come up. So now you see I'm going to the report list. Anytime if you click on that, no, it will get sorted.
Oh,
the same way. I want to see when you start adding up, maybe you are in a flow to see, okay, what is the previous one. But whenever you want to do, okay, let us see how in what sequence is coming. Just click on that report again, it will come in this.
From where it is?
Yeah, report list, no, which we mark it as hide. When you hide, no, it will come up here. When you click on that, it will open again.
Oh,
So okay, I'm hiding it.
How we will add month?
I'll come to that. No, one minute. It's not only month. I have shown you know there are many things. Not only month, actual, month budget. year to date, everything will come. Here you are asking only month, but I'm going to show you many other things also which will come up. Right? Because only by seeing month, this is just for just to calculate only you guys have created, but this is not the format of PNL. The format of PNL is different. The way we just don't know in the so it should be that way. But this you guys have done that. Why? Because you wanted to capture at least the month data. That's why you just kept it by right. So now next is the room revenue. Right. So till revenue till rooms has come. Right. So you say add revenue, add line, and you mark room revenue. Now this time room revenue, this has the values. Correct? This has values where these values will be there.
In the revenue?
GL code.
Yeah, GL code.
So these values are under the GL code, right? When it is posted, when it came from the front office, it came to a GL code called as room revenue GL code.
Exactly, yes.
So that GL code I should link it up here, right? So that is why when I'm going to this room revenue, now this time it is not remarked, it is a GL line. GL line means you can add multiple GL code. If you have only single GL code, you can add this account code and department code. But if you have many GL codes, so take an example, I'm just making it as the next line called as 40, print 40. Now, if it is a single GL code, I can link it up here by selecting the account and department. But suppose there are 5 GL codes. Maybe you have a GL code called as room revenue, you have a room revenue extra bad, you have a room revenue no show, you have room revenue so and so, right? There are many. So that is why you can select this room, select this line. Whenever you select it, this arrow will come. Then go to the formula and you can add multiple GL codes in the single line. Yeah, now you see. So let me see room. Now tell me what all the rooms GL code, room revenue. I can see one called as room income room. Is it the only one or something else?
Yeah, that's the.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm saving. That Excel sheet which I sent you, you can open that Excel sheet there. No, Excel sheet I sent you, in the mail today morning. Okay, see this. I sent you guys this Excel sheet, right? Now you see income. You have income called as rooms income. After that, I think this guest transportation visa is a different one,
No.
right? So there's only one GL code,
Yes.
right? So that is what it has been added. Suppose if you have many GL codes, 3 GL codes. So what you can do is you can keep on add second GL code, add third GL code, add fourth GL code and save. Right? You just select this, go to formula. Right? So you see it has that. So this is how you can add multiple. Or if you wanted to add 3 and then fourth one should be subtract, you can mark that fourth one as subtract. Right? So this is how you added that. So now I just added only one GL code, which is this, because as per you, there is only one GL code, right? So this I saved it and it is saved it up here. Right? What is that? Sorry?
Here, where is the room?
It is inside this. When you select this line.
Formula we can add, not direct from here.
No, you can. If there is only one, no, I could have selected there also. If I put. नहीं, इसमें नहीं दिखेगा, because if formula is there, it will just tick will come that there is a formula that you will go to here and see.
Okay.
See, I can, if it is one, no, I could link here also. There's no problem. But just to show it to you, because always it will not be one GL code. Most of the time it will be multiple GL code only. So that is why I added it up here. But if one GL code, you can even add it.
You can put multiple department.
Yes.
Yes, we are putting now multiple department one by one.
Okay. So this is done.
Yeah.
Now let me show you back again to the report view. So take an example, user defined financial statement. And I'm going, now you see that which I marked as freeze, it is
Please
not.
mark the month of August.
Okay.
You can see the room revenue. Oh,
Abhi now you see revenue, then it took one line, then rooms, then room revenue, and the actual for the room revenue for the month of August for month to date is this much. If you have put the budget, it can show budget also.
good.
Last year का होता है, it will show last year. Similarly, it goes for the actual budget and
Budget कहाँ पे डालते हैं?
I will show about the budget.
Why both sides same? Here.
When which month you started?
One is last month. Year to date.
Now take an example. If you will take September, you transfer September.
Okay.
If you take September, then this actual and budget will not be same.
Yes.
Yeah, because that year to date will take September as well as August. Right?
One question. Budget and the actual variance will not appear here.
If you want, I can add that. That's what I'm saying. If you wish, I can do some changes in that. If you wish to show the variance, I can do it. Okay, understood about this?
Yeah. Think of house में भी जाए.
This I'm deleting, huh?
सर जी.
Okay.
Delete option आ गया. freeze होने के बाद.
No, freeze होने के बाद. This I can delete, na? Because it is, I think,
Yeah,
only
yeah.
for testing, right?
वो एक अप्रोच में भी जो है ना रिकॉर्डिंग में आ जाएगा वो सुबह जो आपने बताया ना ग्रुपिंग अकाउंट ये वो केस चले जाएगा सर रिवर्स किया था आपने वही ना हाँ वो ग्रुपिंग अकाउंट जो बताया था आपने जो हमने ऐड किया था सुबह जो स्टार्ट जिससे लिखी बिगिनिंग एक दफा उसमें आ जाओ
Let's finish this. One topic you finish, then go for the other. So room revenue. So now suppose after room and later if you feel that okay fine, no need to show this extra line. It is I don't want to show. Just remove that print sign. It will not show. Okay, next is total room revenue gross. What is this total room revenue gross?
Total room revenue gross means I have included the service charges.
Now you cannot link the service charge directly. Either you link it or my suggestion is have a separate line of service charge.
Yes.
Then you add that line.
Yes.
Because if I will add room revenue and service charge both in one, no, you will not come to know separately. So my suggestion is show like this. Go and take that room revenue service charge, right? Okay. And this you make it as 50. But don't print because you don't want to print that. You want to sum this and you want to print. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So this you just do like this only. And you add the service charge GL code. Now you tell me what is the service charge GL code?
One 13,504. Well, then in the second row there is
13,504.
504. Okay.
Sorry, no worries. 13,504, right? 350. This one, but this is everything. No? All service charge. So how you will show that in the?
Cannot split, right?
If you have separate service charge, then only you can show in the separate line. You should have created a separate service charge as a separate room, separate F&B. Then it will be.
अच्छा sound system में कैसे आता है तो? National ID तुम्हारे बताएंगे. सारे छोड़िए. We can take it, split it. Oh, okay. End of month, what we are doing there? End of month, we are splitting the full service charge too. You understand me?
But
End of month,
but I suggest if you have a separate one, make it separate. If you have a separate.
We don't have separate one. क्या करता था उधर पता?
Then you need to post the service charge.
Service charge, yes.
So what you must be doing it when the service charge is getting created,
Yeah,
you must be debiting it and you must be putting it to different service.
Exactly. तब ऐसा करता था.
Okay. So if you are doing it like that, you can do like that. No issue.
Otherwise, you show only the room net.
See, room net only I'm showing. Okay, so I'll go to what about this other one?
Another question is raised. The question is,
Hmm.
service charge also be part of property revenue. Not revenue, but we are considering revenue because it's good if you calculate the gross revenue. So service charge it will come. So where you will show where you will declare the service charge?
Normally, people used to show service charge separately.
In the
Under the revenue part only, but they will show all these service revenue and all these things, and they show service charge also, and then they show the total amount.
Okay.
You can show like that as well because you have a common service charge. So I suggest then in that case, in my suggestion, you show all the revenues and then the total of service charges and then show total of gross revenue.
Okay, done.
So now you are not showing gross of room revenue, gross of food revenue, you are showing gross of revenue in there. Okay. Okay, you wanted to put the expense also or no?
Yes, department-wise expenses, yes.
Okay, so take an example, total operating expense room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm changing this to this one. Okay, because now I'm not showing the service charge. Now here I have to show the total expense of the rooms. Now tell me which was GL code for total room expenses.
इधर बताओ room related expenses कौन सा होगा?
Or percentage room. See, these are the ones. This one I choose.
No. Accommodation room is the staff accommodation.
Tell me.
I'll show you one second.
That is why when you are generating, no, I suggest you take this sheet like this, copy paste. That's it. Easy. So take an example. Tell me GL code which I should link for the room related expenses.
Wait a moment, please.
I think this one. Huh?
Yeah.
So that means you need to take all these three.
Yeah.
Correct?
And front of it also.
Rooms, front reservation, and this also. Correct?
Yeah, housekeeping and front of it also.
So take an example. So you just go here and just add one by one this GL.
From where you got it? From Excel sheet?
The Excel sheet which I shared with you.
Chart of account.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Kamal.
So you add that.
Okay. So it will appear one by one all?
Because we are adding these 4 expenses in one. No, you wanted to see the total of that, right?
Yeah, total of it.
It will show total. That is why we are added.
Okay.
That is why we have added all these as a sum of all these.
Okay. And
okay. So now you see if you add that. August, right?
Show amount of comma.
Okay. So this is how Abhi now after this you are saying that you wanted to add something more.
Yeah.
Now you wanted to add profit and loss.
One moment. So we have added how many three sub department of room expenses, right? Four sub department of room expenses. So how it was compressed together?
Because all those 4 lines I added in single line.
Can you show me them?
When you created it up here, you put total operating expense room.
Okay.
And in this, if you go to formula, you have 4 GL codes added in a single line.
Single line.
So total of all these 4 will show in that particular line.
So don't add row.
Yeah, I clicked on add row. I selected add row, first GL code, I just copy paste add row, second. So you see, I added all these 4 becomes that 4,000 something. If you wanted to show separately, you should have added each line separately, like room expense, front office, then add row. Based on this line only it shows. So this line I added 4 GL codes, so under 4 it comes.
मैंने लिख दिया है बाद में लिख दिया बाद में
then you go to formula. Tell you line number and all these things you should add, then you
बाद में add row करना है बाद में 1 by 1 add row करके जाना है.
Yes, and then save button दबाना है, it will save that. ठीक है. Now the next part is what is the formula for this? How you will calculate this?
Profit and loss. This minus the revenue minus expenses.
Only minus or percentage you are.
Percentage the column will the row will be.
So you just wanted revenue minus expense.
Yes.
Okay. Now let us come to the summation part or the subtraction part. This is a subtraction that you are asking, right? So I'll say that add row and I'll say that profit and loss. I suggest you put like this so that you know that it is room's profit and loss.
Exactly.
Right. Yes. Now this time it is not a GL. This is not a remarks because GL code is here. Remarks is not there. Now this is a ST. ST means it is a subtotal. Subtotal either it could be addition or it could be subtraction. Right. So take an example. Okay, fine. Just a minute. Yeah, subtotal. I'll take this line as a 60 line.
60 line means?
Yeah, because 10, 20, 30, I'm just going
okay.
One sequence wise. So that's why I'm taking 60 lines, line number 60. And this time what I will do here, I will add the line, which one? Room revenue. Then again, I will say add row. And this time I will take the second one, which is expense. But this expense, I will make it as subtract. So revenue minus expense. Right? And I'll save this.
I want to show this figure. I want to show this again. Please.
Okay, so you go again back. Yeah, so it is showing us 14,595. Then plus then it is 4,125 minus it will be 10,450.60.
ये इसमें सिंबल नहीं आएगा लाइक माइनस प्लस ये बन के नहीं आएगा.
अगर प्लस है तो प्लस आ गया ऑटोमेटिकली. माइनस है तो मैं उसको इनेबल कर सकता हूँ. इट विल शो इन माइनस.
तो अच्छा यूजुअली लॉस में क्या प्लस में आता है या माइनस में?
No, loss ये this is a profit only, correct?
No, it's not profit. अच्छा expenses 4125 expenses.
Right, so that's a if it will not be if this will be more, suppose this will be 18,000, so 4,000 will be showing in minus. And how it will be showing in minus? Only if when you are making this profit and loss line, you should make sure that print line is ticked for that. You see this profit and loss? That is why I selected this print sign.
Oh, okay.
So if it minus में पूछो minus, plus में नहीं दिखाता because plus plus ही है.
Plus
Right.
right.
Understand? Now let us
लास्ट जो ऑप्शन दिखा है ना मुझे अभी, तो उसका प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस जो सबस्ट्रैक्ट करता है ना, वो जरा मुझे दे दो.
So you see, मैं ST पे आया. ST means it's a subtotal.
Okay.
Go to formula. Here I added room revenue and expense. Revenue add करना है, expense minus करना है. Correct? From revenue I am minusing expense. Correct? So revenue is add, expense is minus. Right? Now next line is profit and loss percentage. Tell me what is the formula for this?
जो रिजल्ट आएगा वो difference amount divided by the revenue.
Difference amount divided by the revenue.
Yeah. Subtract करके जो आएगा.
Okay.
Subtract करके जो आएगा.
So difference amount divided by the revenue. So take an example. If this was 10,000, I'm just giving. Sorry, how much was it? 14,000. 14,000. And this was 4,000. Expense was 4,000. Okay. So you've shown no. So you've shown no P&L. You've shown 10,000. Correct. Now here you are saying that difference, which is this, then divided by 14, then multiplied by 100. This one you're saying?
Yes.
Correct, na? Okay. So very easy. Difference divided by revenue multiplied by 100. That is the percentage. Yes. Percentage का formula है. Whatever is the main one divided by against which you are checking multiplied by 100. Right? So this is a formula. This what we've made is a formula. Right? So what I can do is I can add a new line here.
I might be wrong, please double check if you can.
No, it is 71%, no, which is correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever it's a profit or it's a loss.
It is 71% profit, no?
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay. So now how you will get this 71.28%? Right? Now how you will get this is not exactly this, because this I've just taken lump sum. So here what I will take, I'll say that percentage. Correct? This time it is FR. FR means it is formula. Okay. So if it is formula, then if formula, if it is there, see, you only told me, no, this divided by this multiplied by this, like how you are doing in your schools, that is the numerator, down to the denominator multiplied by 100. Correct? That is what only it is asking. So when you go for formula and you go to formula, it will ask for numerator, denominator multiplied by what? So numerator is actually this profit and loss which you've taken, right? Which is the line number 60. So 60, line number 60 divided by revenue line, which is 40, right? And multiplied by what number? 100. Right? So if I added it, saved it.
Yeah, profit is on the
Chain
वो
level.
कैसे है वो?
Yeah, chain level.
वैसे पकड़ते हैं ना कि सब ये बोलता है कि मैं सोया नहीं अभी तक. अरे सेव नहीं हुआ था, मैं इसलिए देख रहा हूँ.
No, it was
चेंज
saved.
अपडेट आया ना उसमें.
Because I tried to save again. I see this. Okay. This is how you will calculate and you will sum up all those things. Maybe. That's what I'm saying. It is just one time job. Up better 8 time pay. Halfway if you guys will set no properly, you can be able to finish one full report. Very easy.
Okay.
I'll be here also. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I'll be here. I'll be correcting report.
Give us also game task also.
Now let us continue this only.
Yes.
अब इसको कंटिन्यू करते हैं आप लोग कंटिन्यू करो एंड आई विल गाइड यू right. So this is how we finish, no, just now we finished till here, right?
Okay.
This much part we finished. I'm just highlighting it. Now we'll continue and we'll do for the rooms, right? Sorry, food, then beverage, and then so on. So then now let us continue.
तो ये थोड़ा सा वो दिखाओ शुरू से अगर रिकॉर्डिंग में देन में याद आए इस तरह की वो कम कर
Right, this much you understood, right?
Yes, yes. हम लोग स्कूल में जाते थे तो प्रोलॉजिक में जाओ सर क्यों उस पे जाने में
Okay, anything else you require for PNL? This user defined report setup, you understood? Understood? User defined report setup, when we go, there are many other things also, which in case if you need, you can be able to use it. I'll tell you what. See, apart from that, there's something called as AG. AG is called as account group. What is account group? Suppose if I need to add any line here, and I have an account group. So take an example. These are the account groups. You remember that you created the first time. If I will go and if I select cash in hand. So in this cash in hand, you have created 10 GL codes, all will get added automatically. Added automatically. Because with that account group, you have created many account codes. Those account codes you link with many other departments, all will come automatically in one. Instead of going and adding those 10 GL codes, I can just add account group. Right? This is one way. These are, you can say, other shortcuts. Formula ST I have already shown to you. ST is subtotal. TL is a total. So if you be having subtotal, then again for something else, again subtotal, again some subtotal. If you wanted to add all the subtotals, you can have a total, which can add a subtotals as well. So it's for that. In case if you need only subtotal, you can use it. Apart from that, the only thing is which you should know is OT. What is OT?
overtime.
Very good. The employees, this is the answer that I require, overtime. It is not overtime. OT is the other statistical code. Okay. Because you
ये तो आपने बोले नहीं
हाँ?
ये तो आपने बोले नहीं other static
others, this is the initials of those others.
other है
Okay. So when we go for other statistical code, till now I have explained you about all the GL code linking and all these things, right? Now go to your sheet. So you can be able to do very well this part, this part, this part, and even this part also. Correct? Because it's all only the GL code linking and all these things, right? What you will do for this part? Right? So this part, total number of hotel rooms you can get from the front office. Total number of saleable rooms, total number of out of order rooms, total number of occupied rooms, and all those things. Yeah. And then what will be your occupancy percentage? What will be your ref par and all? I think your other reports they was in a good way. They was very straightforward, available, occupied percentage. Then ARR, ref par. These are the things which people used to see. Then the revenue part starts. So actually, this is the correct way where you should show the statistics. This is a little detailed way, but normally in PNL, people don't show how much these things. So the front office related part you could see. But now when I say that, okay, I wanted to link a line, this line, take an example, this line if I wish to add. I'm going to add this line, but I'll delete it because this I have to add in the end.
Yes.
Okay. So take an example. Let us take this only. Here, first of all, I'll make it as suppose RE, and I will make it as saleable rooms. No, sorry, statistics. Okay, 80. 80. Okay. Then after that, maybe I wish to show them sellable rooms. How much is the total sellable room in the system? And I'll say this is the OT. If you go to OT, now system will, instead of GL code, it will show, it will allow you to just select your statistical codes. So OT is actually total saleable rooms. Now this is something which comes from the front on a monthly basis, right? So this I would like to show you on the 90th line. 90th line.
OTs we have from, we can add more, right?
You can add more.
So then front office.
Whatever front office sends, that only you can add.
So,
Everything you cannot add.
so
So front office cannot send that number of employees. Front office doesn't know that, right? So that's why some of the statistical codes you can enter manually.
बस चार ही जितने भी होंगे उतने शो होंगे उसमें.
हाँ, इसमें 4 बनाए हैं हमने, but you can create more. Take an example, number of arrivals, number of departures. That also is sending from front office. So you can add that.
कैसे करते हैं? ये जो statistical data है, ये data कैसे पुल करेगा?
When you are pulling front office to GL, front office GL, you are post interface transaction, you are pulling that, right?
Yes.
It is pulling this.
Okay, show me the last month.
हाँ, so मैं check कर लेता हूँ.
अच्छा,
नहीं होगा तो उसको add कर ले.
नहीं ऐसा तो.
Now take an example. Let me see. Suppose after that I would like to show the occupied rooms also. Take an example. I'll say that total occupied rooms. Again, it is an OT. And occupied rooms is actually my total room nights, right? So I'll say that 100. 100. So let me see if it has been transferred from the front office and it is enabled, then it should have come. If it is not enabled, we can enable it. So user defined report, financial. August you transferred, no?
August.
नहीं अभी enable नहीं.
मैंने बोला ना.
No worries, we'll enable.
मुझे नहीं लगता कि statistics pull नहीं करता है.
No worries, but that I will check with the MyCloud team. Is it something that they're sending? If it, even if it is not sending also, you do have an option monthly, only one time you just go and you say add, because based on your manager report, no, it will show how much is the total MTD is coming, right? You just put the MTD figures, it will automatically.
क्यों मैंने आपको ये बताया? Why should I ask you this question? Statistical question. Because the data which one is transferred from the interface. It's only for statistics.
So that I can check. Even if the statistics they can send, it is good. Even if it is not sending also, no, you have an option where you can go and you can add the statistics. So here we have only for monthly, only one time we need to add. Suppose room total sellable rooms. Take an example. So now you see I can put the August, September, October, because I just pull out a report and I just put the figure. That's it.
Which report?
Manager report. Manager report, you have total sellable room.
For temperate
You will be having, yeah, you have Excel.
Manager report.
Yeah,
all the
total
details for statistics.
Exactly. So statistics, you are getting that MTD figure. That figure you have, just have to put it up.
Only manually I have to put it.
अगर वो नहीं भेजते हैं, that I need to check.
स्टैंडर्ड में आता है, स्टैंडर्ड से आता है ना इसमें? नहीं आता है इधर भाई.
Let me see. Let me check and I'll get back. If that can be enabled, we'll enable it for you. Otherwise, there is an option where it can be entered.
I know.
Once this will be entered, or you just tell me one for August. Check the report. Check for the report MTD. मैं
ऐसे manual देंगे तो आ जाएगा.
I just wanted to show it to you first.
Okay.
Now you see this report. Daily sales report also is fine, right?
Yes, sir. Fine.
Yes, are fine, right?
Yeah.
Now see this.
Yeah.
I'm taking it for August. So 31st of August I'm taking.
No problem.
This is total sellable.
MTD you can.
Sellable rooms MTD is 927 for you. and occupied is 85. Only these two things let me add. I'll show you first.
From here, you will get the
Occupied, how much it was showing?
85.
85, right? Okay. Now let us see the report. Okay. It will start showing it to you. Then maybe here also you wanted to put the occupancy percentage.
Yes.
Very easy. This divided by this multiplied by
Yes.
same thing what we did. You wanted to see ARR.
Yeah.
Then revenue divided by occupied rooms
Occupied
multiplied by
Yes.
yeah, sorry, only divided by occupied rooms.
Yes.
RevPAR, revenue divided by sellable room.
Yes.
Easy, सिर्फ formula use करके you can be able to do that. ठीक है, I'm deleting this statistical line because let us finish the previous other lines, then only we'll come for the statistical part. Shall I stop the recording now? So you guys can start using it. Let us finish this part, separate recording for that separate. Okay, I'll delete this, huh?
Okay. So let me do the rest of.
You'll do it now itself in
I'll
front
show
of
you.
me because what will happen no?
No
In
problem.
case when you will create, no, you will get to know okay how we are adding it up.
Let me do
Yeah.
it now.
Okay, I'm stopping the recording.